Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Micah Parsons' reaction to the Dallas Cowboys' first-round pick in NFL draft was not ideal. Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys have had themselves a rather interesting offseason. The all-world defender continues to speak out about all things Cowboys after they fell to the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Wild Card playoffs back in January. It's not surprise. Parsons is a very opinionated personality. Meanwhile, Dallas' offseason had been very questionable leading up to the start of the 2024 NFL Draft on Thursday. A video of Parsons' reaction to the Cowboys selecting Oklahoma offensive lineman Tyler Guyton number 29 is now going viral and making its rounds. To say that he didn't seem to be too happy would be an understatement. Parsons originally posted on X that his reaction was due to the star defender having to do 10 push-ups because Guyton wasn't on his list of players for the Cowboys to pick. That post was quickly deleted. What makes matters worse? Parsons' reaction to the division rival Philadelphia Eagles landing cornerback Quinyon Mitchell 7 picks earlier was one of utter disgust. Literally. Again, not ideal if you're an executive for the Cowboys. While not attempting to read too much into this, Parsons' public display on Thursday came after reports that members of the Cowboys' front office are growing tired of his antics. I've heard from way too many people this offseason. I'm talking about at least 4 different people have told me that Micah has worn thin there. I don't know how much is true and how much it actually hurts his reputation. I don't know whether this is the behavior of a typical superstar. I don't know how damaging it is. But all I do know is this: I've heard from way too many people that if Micah Parsons was out of there would be a decent amount of people inside the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco smiling or breathing a sigh of relief. Report on Micah Parsons' situation from back on April 5. Dallas just picked up the $21.32 million option on Parsons' contract for the 2025 season. He's eligible for an extension for the first time in his career this offseason and wants to become the highest-paid defender in NFL history. Whether that plays a role in this drama remains to be seen. But things don't seem to be great between the star and his team right now. Jerry Jones gets real about RB Ezekiel Elliott and Cowboys' interest in Jonathan Brooks. Owner Jerry Jones said the door is open for a possible return of running back Ezekiel Elliott to the Dallas Cowboys. Whether the team takes a running back second or third round of the 2024 NFL Draft will have no impact on what the team does with Elliott, per Jones. Elliott is a 2-time NFL rushing champion who picked in the first round by the Cowboys in 2016. He was released following the 2022 because of his high salary and declining play. Elliott and his agent Rocky Arsenault had in-depth conversations with the Jones and the Cowboys front office on Wednesday, first at the Cowboys Club and then at D. Lincoln's restaurant across from the Star where they gathered for dinner. "We spent a lot of time with Zeke," Jones said. Elliott played last season with New England Patriots, rushing for 642 yards on 184 carries, for a career-low average of 3.5 yards per carry in a backup role. Jones said he thought he played real well in the latter part of the season. Nothing is guaranteed because Elliott has other possible suitors. But the interest from the Cowboys is real. "I'm talking about a sensitive thing here," Jones said. "It's competitive. Guy. It is real. Zeke is going to play next year. I think it's very real he's going to play. So I don't want to go too far here. Because it's just competition." Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has his own way of going about talking to media. That's been the case since his early days in this role back in the late 1980s. Some in Big D even openly wonder whether it's possible to speak Jerry Jones' unique language. We've seen this play out a whole heck of a lot during the 2024 NFL offseason. That included Jones indicating that the boys were all in during NFL free agency before being the least active team in the league. The backdrop here is real. Dallas is coming off a humiliating loss to the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Wild Card playoffs. The team has to consider extending quarterback Dak Prescott and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, among others. Up to this point, nothing has come to fruition on this end. It's especially significant when talking about Prescott's contract situation. He's slated to become a free agent after the 2024 season, leading to speculation that Dallas might actually target the quarterback's heir apparent in this week's NFL draft. Cowboys trade down to get linemen. The Dallas Cowboys took Oklahoma offensive lineman Tyler Guyton with the 29th pick in the NFL draft on Thursday night, trading down 5 spots while targeting a group that lost 2 starters to free agency. Guyton played mostly right tackle in 2 seasons with the Sooners after starting his college career not far from the home of the Cowboys at TCU. Dallas lost 8-time Pro Bowl left tackle Tyron Smith to the New York Jets in free agency, while center Tyler Baiadas signed with Washington. The addition of Guyton might allow the Cowboys to keep 2022 first-round pick Tyler Smith at left guard. Tyler Smith spent most of his rookie season filling for an injured Tyron Smith before switching to left guard last season. "I feel like those are big shoes to fill from such a legendary tackle," Guyton said. "But I'm going to work my butt off to do the best that I can." The Cowboys sent the 24th overall pick to Detroit while adding an early third-round choice. The trade gave Dallas 4 picks in the top 100. The Lions took Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold at number 24. Offensive line isn't the only need for Dallas, but might be the most pressing with the departures of Tyron Smith and Baiadas. While 7-time All-Pro right guard Zach Martin remains a solid anchor for the unit protecting quarterback Dak Prescott, the Dallas line has been in transition for several seasons. It started with the unexpected retirement of center Travis Frederick after the 2019 season. Dallas was hesitant to commit to Tyron Smith because of a series of injury-plagued seasons. The 33-year-old played 13 games last season, his most since 2019, but rarely practiced because the club wanted to keep him healthy. The Cowboys believe they already have a couple of candidates to replace Baiadas, a 3-year starter. Among them are 2 young, undrafted players in Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass. Dallas has lost at least 1 starter to free agency in each of the past 3 offseasons. Left guard Connor Williams went to Miami in 2022, and his replacement, Connor McGovern, signed with Buffalo last year. Running back is another position of need after the Cowboys moved on from their lead back for a second consecutive year. The release of 2-time rushing champion Ezekiel Elliott was a cost-cutting move last year, and 2019 fourth-round pick Tony Pollard signed with Tennessee in free agency after playing on the $10.1 million franchise tag last season. Dallas goes into the second day of the draft with 3 picks. The Cowboys already had the 56th overall pick in the second round and added the 73rd overall choice in the third round in the trade with Detroit. Dallas also has the 87th overall choice in the third round. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Tyler Guyton? Leave your opinion in the comments.